Hello English 1301. This is week 6. I'd like to discuss a little bit about what's expected of you this week and maybe a little bit retrospective and where we have come from. This week you'll notice that you don't have nearly as much to do as you have had in previous weeks. I'd like you to go back and watch the outlining video that I posted in instructor videos and look at the format of it. Focus on the format. Focus on the correlation between the organization of the essay in the outline and the thesis statement. And I'd like you to go back and take a close look at what you handed in on the reflective essay, What the World Eats, a reflective essay on that. And I'd like you to take that same outline format and apply your essay to it. There's no right or wrong here. Don't worry about how it looks, but just be accurate. I'd like you to take a look at how balanced your essay is. I want you to take a look at whether the main ideas were expressed in your thesis and whether you followed the formation of your thesis statement. Okay? Then what I'd like you to do is do the same thing, redo your outline, not your essay, but your outline, and make it more balanced. If it's all completely balanced and you want to leave it that way, that's fine as well. This is more of an exploration type of assignment. It's retrospective and instead of prospective. But I'd like you to get into your minds and have a little bit of, have the opportunity to apply what you've done and see if there's some way you might be able to do it better. And then in one file, just put how you perceive your essay to have been developed and how you might be able to develop it in a more efficacious way, which might mean that you might include more main ideas or be more expressive in your main ideas that you include in your thesis statement, and then just outline the essay with the main ideas and break it up into subparts of your main ideas, and that's it. That's all I want you to do for that. So don't put too much time into it. If you haven't noticed yet, I do not give extra points for taking longer on the assignment. People who typically take a lot more time to put out the same product are known as former employees. So I want what you're doing here to be hopefully a learning experience for your future participation in the marketplace. Now, up till now, we've had a number of discussion forums each week. You've been doing writing, but not necessarily in the essay format. This is a communication class learning how to, through the art of writing, to express yourself. I've wanted you to do a little bit more than that, so you've had the assignment to produce narrated PowerPoints, which is a wonderful skill to have, as well as to identify key components or key main ideas and put it into short video clips, which is also another very, very useful talent. Some of you have been doing it right along, and that's great. You've also had the peer-to-peer discussions. Now, any one particular discussion isn't worth that much, but we are in week 6, and when you have 3 or 4 or 5 points per week in discussions, it starts to add up if you're not participating. So, much of what we've been doing will no longer be part of our weekly regimen. We will get more into essay writing, but we'll be utilizing the skills that you've had to date in the class. Most in particular would be the grammar materials that you've been watching. There have been no tests on it. All that I asked you to do is review it and be aware of it. Hopefully you're aware enough that you're not incorporating any of those mistakes into your writing. You might also want to take a look at the 5 most common errors or mistakes in writing and make sure they don't appear in your writing. That's the main thing there. So this is week 6. Next week we have off. There'll be no assignments during spring break. No big surprise, I hope. You may have noticed that I haven't been attempting to micromanage how you approach things. What you'll find not only in school but also in the marketplace is when you are micromanaged, you're held to the standards of the micromanager, okay? Which might not necessarily be creative or might not necessarily be the best way to accomplish a task. So you're more than happy, I'm more than happy to entertain your questions and the like. I suggest if I don't respond to your email within 5 minutes to text it to me. I'm often in places where I cannot answer a phone or take an email or check my email, but I can receive text and answer back out, usually very promptly. If your question requires more than a short answer, I'll find some place to give you a call. So this is week 6. Finish up this, then we'll be on to pretty much straight essay writing when we come back. Take care.